Hello, my lunatic friends. It's the Crypto Lunatic from the Lunatic Cafe, bringing you hidden gems and content for crypto newbies because we keep it simple here. So, with this little channel, it's all about simplifying crypto and finding coins before they pump. And today's little gem, I've found very little information on. I'm going to explain how I found it, what it is, or at least what I think it is. And I'm going to point you in the direction if you want to explore further. But being a Matrix fan from back in the day, I saw Morpheus and I thought, is this the Matrix? Has AI got us? Is it in the Matrix? And there's an intriguing, this almost mysterious coin that we're going to find out today. So, firstly, this is not financial advice. Secondly, I'm not invested in this project. And thirdly, I'm not paid by the project. In fact, we don't even know who is behind the project. This could be the Satoshi Nakamoto of AI, for all I know. But with all of that in mind, join me on a little journey. So it started here on DApp Radar. And I wanted to know, where is the balance? Now, this is just so that you know, if you go on DApp Radar and you go on narratives, you go on the balance, this is the total value of assets in the decentralized apps smart contracts. So you see that's a promotion, but right at the top is one called Legacy Network. But the second one here is Morpheus with 93.46 million tied in to its contracts. We see that there's unique active wallets. It's not a massive amount, but it's a decent amount. We see that the unique active wallets has increased by 26% in the last 30 days. And we also see that the volume has increased, and we see that the percentage volume has increased. So there's stuff going on here. There's something happening. So that was enough to get me curious to look into it further. So I went to the page on CoinMarketCap. And here we see a usual suspect thing here, launched in June 2024 at $71. And it's gone down and down and down and down and down and down and down. Now, has it bottomed? Is it a scam coin? What is going on? There's all this money locked in there. But what's curious about this is, look, the market cap, 19.75 million. Now, let's just go back here. Look at this. 93.46 million. Something doesn't add up here. There's all that money locked and it's got a very low market cap. What we do see is the tokenomics, that there's less than 10% of the total supply in circulation, bringing it to a fully diluted value of 211 million. Now, on the surface, this doesn't look good. That's not a great thing. But with the price down here, then that seems to be mitigated by where we're at in the market. So let's go down. We see it's on a few exchanges, mainly Uniswap. We go down. We're going to talk about what it is later in a much more simple version. So there's really not much information here. So we go to the website. Now you can earn Morpheus here. And what does it say? Decentralized AI, the first peer-to-peer network for general purpose AI powered by MOR. Now, what does that mean? Well, to people new to crypto, probably haven't got a clue. Probably haven't got a clue. But here, look, this was a fair launch. Now, fair launches are generally good. It means there's no VCs dumping on the market. So already the tokenomics, I'm starting to think, okay, it's a fair launch. So maybe it's not quite as sinister as it looked at first show. We also see that people have staked ETH and they can get Morpheus tokens. So this explains why all this money is locked in. People have bought ETH, they've staked it, and they're earning Morpheus tokens from it. So there's the stats, and we go down. There's a video there which you can look at should you wish to, and there's all sorts of stuff there that you can look into it. But this is just a cursory level review. We go to the scanner. Now, just so you know where I found this, Explorers Arbiscan. That's what this is. The tokens, the holders. What we see is a very high concentration in the top 4 wallets. Now, bearing in mind that there's staking involved on this, that doesn't seem as sinister as this might look. And I would dive deeper. If I was going to invest in this project, which I'm not at the moment, I would dive deeper into who these wallets are. But this is just a very Very basic review. We see that there's almost 5,000 holders. That's a decent amount of holders. So tells us that there's something going on there. We go to the X account. We see that there's a reasonable amount of followers, not massive amount, but a reasonable amount. And we see that August the 3rd, so that's very recent post with reasonable interaction. 17 hours ago, we're seeing a very active social media presence here. So for a relatively small, under the radar coin, this looks interesting. It certainly looks interesting. So next thing we do, we go onto their dashboard, and I got this from clicking on here, the link tree. We go on the dashboard and we click on Morpheus dashboard, and that takes us to here, which tells us the stuff that we wanted to know. It confirms the state ETH that are connected to this project. So now let's find out what it is. I've done my usual. I have asked Perplexity to do it in child-friendly language. So here you go. I'll read through a little bit of this. So Morpheus is a special kind of money made for computers and people to use together so that everyone can have their very own smart robot helper online. That's an AI agent, my friends. These are called smart agents who can talk to you in regular words, understand what you want, and do things like buy crypto, use websites, or manage your money for you, just like having a super smart assistant who lives on the internet. What makes Morpheus different is that anyone can have a smart agent that really listens to them and acts for them, not just like big companies or tech experts. That's the decentralized part of this, my friends. There's not a big company providing all these with a sinister underpinning. Or maybe there is. Maybe these mysterious Satoshi people that founded this project are sinister, but it does not feel that way at all, reading through this. So these agents work all over the new internet, Web3, helping you to use blockchains, apps, and smart contracts safely and easily. All your helpers' skills are powered by lots of people working together, builders, coders, and others who get paid in more tokens to make things fair and safe. Unlike old school AI run by huge companies, Morpheus is built so it belongs to everyone. And your data is safer because it's stored on a new open internet. The main problem it tries to solve is that new internet Web3 and these apps are super tricky, especially for kids or grown-ups who aren't techie. With Morpheus, everyone can have a friendly robot helper who does all of the hard Web3 stuff for them. Think of it like having your own robot to help you shop online, play games, take care of online chores without worrying about getting tricked or messing something up. So why might someone invest in oil? Well, we know that. You can read through that should you wish. I asked how much staked ETH is yielding more tokens. Well, we got that figure. They said they're 42,000. Well, we got the stats earlier in this. So there you go. There's an explanation. I've gone to Nansen. Now, the reason we go here is to check liquidity. Now, for a 15 million market cap coin, 1.11 million, apart from being numerologically significant, is a decent amount of liquidity with this. And it confirms that there's 3.6 thousand holders. So there's plenty of people holding on to this. Not a massive amount, but enough to keep it interesting. So then I went onto YouTube and I really couldn't find much on this. But what I did find was this chap, Konstantin Kogan, has done an interview with a developer that has found this. Now, this is a 1 hour podcast, but you can get to know a developer who talks about this project quite articulately. Now, I'll leave a link to this video should you wish to find out more about this. Now, that is just a very cursory level look into this, but my sense, my feeling with this is that this is something like, it feels like the Bitcoin of AI, the AI Bitcoin. It's decentralized. We don't know who the founders are. There seems to be a small and loyal following. Not many people are talking about it at the moment, and that's why the price is where it's at. Could this be interesting? Could it be worth looking into it? Well, I'd say it's definitely worth looking into it at this price. I would do more research, conduct your own research, watch that interview, make your own decision. As with anything else, I'm just a lunatic sat on the Lunar Cafe watching moonshots to see if they make it here. So do your own research. If you want more of these little moonshots or these child-friendly explanations for people outside of crypto without any of the geek language, then do like and subscribe to the video so that you get more of the same. And if you want another video, you'll find that just there. But in the interim, stay lunatic, have fun, and make money with crypto.